In this episode of Big Bites, our food adventure takes us back to the west coast of Demerara, this time in TUSCHEN. It's early in the morning and we're in search of a good breakfast. And what better place to get it than Dada's Grill?
Oh God, that was a long drive and I'm really not a morning person, but we are finally here, Joshua and everyone else. We're at Dada's Grill, the place where I'm hoping to get some good breakfast. But before we get into that, I want to thank our big Dada sponsor for this episode, for paying the bills, Guyana Tourism Authority. Remember guys, it is Cricket Carnival. If you want to find out more on events, accommodation, tour packages, etc., you can check them out on www.cricketcarnival592.com, or you can check them out on their social media, Facebook, Guyana Tourism Authority. Joshua, I'm hungry, you know. You hungry too? Let me go get some breakfast. I'm starving.
You've probably heard of Dada's Grill by now, but in case you haven't, it is one of the premier restaurants in TUSCHEN. When you step in, you're gonna immediately notice its design. Nothing says, hey, come take a drink or a 3-course meal quite like this setting, all in perfect balance. My only regret is that we came during the daytime, because we would have loved to see these lights on at night, but there's always next time. To tell us more about Dada's, we sat down with the manager, Keone.
So what would you say is your most popular breakfast item?
Okay, I would say that would be our pepper pot and the waffles.
Well, you know, pepper pot is a hard thing to get right, you know, so I'm gonna be trying it.
We understand that, but we have some for you today, so you'll be the judge of that.
So you guys have breakfast, lunch, dinner. What exactly are your opening hours?
Well, we open from 7 in the morning, yes, because persons like to get their breakfast early. Yeah. And more so you can make reservations, because most of the times we have like families coming in, families of 20, families of 25, they would come in and have breakfast. So you just tell us the time and we'll be here. We also had some tours that pass through. They would come sometimes around 6 to get their breakfast. We have it up and ready and then they enter into their tour. Okay,
so people have the option to call ahead if they...
Correct.
All right, before opening hours.
Correct.
I see people, you gotta get them links, you know, so just get the number and you can make your orders early. All right. Well, I can't wait to try this breakfast, so...
No problem.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, this is a breakfast. This is a breakfast. Oh my gosh. Joshua, you see this thing? It looks and smells amazing. This is what I call a breakfast fit for a king. I've never been to anywhere where I've seen quite a spread, a platter like this. So this is an actual breakfast platter you can get at Dada's Grill if you order it. Okay, so let me break down what's happening on this platter. You have a slice of pizza. It looks like a veggie pizza in the corner, which is pretty good because you don't want too much meat in the morning, and there's also a meat-based dish on this platter, so it will kind of be too much. It'll be kind of overkill. So you got a slice of pizza here that looks really good, not gonna lie. It's a local, you can tell it's a locally made pizza, but those local pizzas do be slapping, bro, do be smacking. This is going to be the second time we're trying waffles on this show, so it's gonna be a nice opportunity to compare waffles. Since the last time I had a waffle was at a restaurant, Sabor, and it was really good. So it's gonna have some competition here. Let's see how this one holds up against them. And right in the middle, the center, the piece de resistance, you have a pepper pot that just smells absolutely intoxicating. And of course, accompanied with the pepper pot, you have some slices of bread. Of course, you can't eat pepper pot without your bread. And right off at the side here, you got some scrambled eggs. And from the looks of it, I think there are like bits of bacon. That is bacon. Bacon or, yeah, it's bacon in the eggs. Wow. It's really good. Of course, you have your bread you can eat the eggs with. And then, you got some nice little pieces of fruit in the corner to really give you that refreshing feeling. And of course, you got your syrup, which goes well with the waffles. Now, Joshua, you know what we have to do. So one other thing I failed to mention is that the blueberries on the waffles are a nice touch. I love the fact that they have that. And then they have a nice sprinkle of icing or sugar on it, which it's gonna be totally awesome. So let's dig into this, see what it's like. Let me just look at that. It is soft when I cut through it, and it seems fluffy enough. The syrup is nice on there. You got a little bit of the blueberries there. So let's go take our first big bite of the waffles on this excellent breakfast platter. Soft, milky, very milky. It does not have a lot of spices in the waffle itself, but that is not a problem because what it makes up for in that is the sugar on top of it, and of course that blueberry and the syrup. So it's a solid waffle, very solid, and it's something you're going to love when you get it. We have a pizza over here. How about we give that one a try, right? Look at that, you got a little bit of, I want to say spinach callaloo, so as they say, and olives. Yeah, cheese, of course, you got all of that there going on. So let's give a try of the pizza. Nice big bite. Hey, I'm a fan of thin crust pizza, but this is a thick crust, a very thick boy. It's breakfast, so you're gonna want to have a nice filling experience when it comes to the pizza. So flavor-wise, really good. It's very flavorful, cheese, everything there, veggie. The olives are a nice touch. Gives it a nice little punch to nice savory, kind of salty, sourish kind of punch to it, which is really good. I love that those flavors are intermingling. Especially when you come off of something sweet, you want to go to something savory. So it's a nice synergy happening on this platter. Yeah. Keone, thank you. Of course, it's breakfast, so you have your nice, you can get a nice cup of coffee. I like mine black, like I like my women. And now, the moment of truth, the pepper pot. I myself, being part Amerindian indigenous, I am very critical of pepper pot because I still think that no one can make a pepper pot like my mom. My mom, to this day, to me, I'm biased, I'm being biased right now, makes the best pepper pot. So anyone would agree that their mother makes the best of anything they make, but pepper pot is something that I'm very critical of. And I'm gonna give this one a try right now to tell you if it comes close to, because it's not gonna beat mom's pepper pot, but does it taste good? Does it have that big bites seal of approval? Let's find out. Nice consistency on the pepper pot. It's not too watery, but then again, it's not too thick. Let's go. It's not sweet, and that's a good sign. I absolutely don't like pepper pot that is sweet. Like if you put a gallon of sugar in your pepper pot, it's not pepper pot to me. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's savory, which is exactly what I'm looking for in a pepper pot. Look at that. Look at that. The fat off the meat is very, just enough. It's not too greasy. The consistency is really good. It has a nice sour, I don't want to say sour because sour is not a bad thing. when it comes to pepper pot, you want that slight tanginess in it. And you can tell they use that orange peel, what a lot of people neglect from a good pepper pot. But it has a nice tanginess as well as a slight bit of sweetness, but not too much. But overall, it's a very balanced pepper pot. And now for the meat. You can really tell that this is a beef pepper pot. And not just beef, but there's cow heel in it as well, which is an absolute favorite of mine. Let's see if I can get a nice piece of that meat there. Ooh, look at that. Tender already. It's falling apart. That's a good indication. It's not stiff. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that meat. It's soft. It's tender. If they pressure it, if they boil it over time, who knows? But once it's nice and tender, that's a good sign, and it's not chewy. Well, now to find out if it's not chewy. Let's go. It's tender. It's tender, guys. It's tender. It's good. Also, the kick of pepper from it is just enough. It's not completely spicy, but it's just enough spice to really wake you up in the morning, since seeing as it's breakfast, right? All right, guys, this has been Big Bites. Before we go, we want to shout out our sponsor once again, Guyana Tourism Authority. Remember, it is Cricket Carnival, and you can visit www.cricketcarnival592 to find out more on tour packages, events, and other fun stuff that they might be having over this period. And if you want to follow them on their social media, Guyana Tourism Authority on Facebook, you can do that too. Link is in the description. And guys, if you've had the breakfast or if you've been to Dada's Grill, leave in the comments. Let us know what you thought about it. Also, if you have any suggestions of places we should visit, leave those in the comments as well. Until next time, this has been Big Bites. Take big bites only. Trying to make that happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. So, what do you want to eat? What do you want a piece of? You want a piece of the waffles? All right, let me get you a piece of the waffles. And put this over here. Got a little guest here on Big Bites. All right. He's taking a big bite. He's taking a big bite. How was that? It was good? What you gotta do? You gotta give a thumbs up. You gotta give a thumbs up. Yeah. Yummy, my tummy. All right. Good job. Good job.